There was 3 calls in a row that were so bad. Like, really bad.
It's the only way. It's the only way.
So he moved Kevin Love back in the starting lineup. Ooh. Game Vincent was cooking, but they also had 5 players in double figures. They let Joker cook offensively, but contained the rest of the team to stun the Nuggets in Game 2 to steal home court advantage, heading back to Miami on Wednesday. Like I already said, the thing about the Nuggets, you don't got to worry about any of these dudes going to the club in South Beach. A lot of squares on the squad, dweebs, if you will. But look at this. Oh, and look at Bam. Bam's been cooking. I don't know if y'all saw his comment. Then they asked him, like, the way to these finals, and he's like, me and my mom was living off of $12K.
What does that mean?
He said when he was coming up, him and his mom
was
living off $12K a year, so that's much weightier than what I got to deal with in these finals.
Oh, okay.
Trying to figure out where the meals was coming from. I'm not tripping on having to guard Joker.
Oh, okay, that's what that means.
Yeah,
somehow 12K, okay.
Him and his mom living off $12K a year, like, shit.
I don't know what that has to do with guarding someone who gave you 44.
Just the weight of the final.
That has nothing to do with it.
Just the weight of the final. So now the series heads back to South Beach for Game 3. We got a note. I hate numbers like this, but I'm going to read it because fuck it, we here. And Underdog is putting it on. Mm-hmm. The team that wins Game 3 of the finals after it's tied 1-1 go on to win 80% of the time. So question for you guys, what did the Heat show you in Game 2?
What?
What did the...
That they need to play Kevin Love.
What?
Wait, come on.
K-Love,
come on, man.
What do you do?
Kevin Wesley Love?
His presence.
He was the difference maker, Gil.
His presence. He should have been playing Game 1. He's the only one that know anything about the finals like that on that team.
He dropped
a cool 6.
Cool 6.
In the first quarter.
He was 2 for 9, but he was 2 for 6 from 3.
Yeah.
10 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. Just his presence.
I mean, 10 rebounds.
Listen, all that shit sounds cool, right, from the eye test, right? All that shit sounds amazing from the eye test, right? You win big, right? You win big in the first quarter, which the game is finished in the fourth quarter where Kevin Love was not playing at all. He has no stats in the fourth.
It's all right.
They went small.
They
went small in the fourth quarter. You know, the same small lineup they went with in the first quarter that they got their ass whooped early, right? They went small in the fourth quarter. Duncan Robinson came in, had 8 points in like 3 minutes to get them back to lead because they was getting their ass whooped again. They was getting their ass whooped again.
Yeah, 6 and 10. He 2 for 9, right? Next game?
2 for 6 from 3.
But what I'm saying is,
4 for...
what Kevin Love brung had nothing to do. You're losing. You're down 8 when the fourth quarter starts. He does not play in the fourth quarter for his presence to be known.
But they took a lead in the first, though, right?
But that's 6 and 10. If you take that, I mean, next game, say he go 10 and 10. That's a big difference.
Somebody else. If you go 10 and 10 and lose by 50, then you're like, oh, we need to put Kevin Love. What I'm saying is, it's not. He wasn't a factor because he's down in the third quarter. What I'm saying is, when they make the comeback, right? When they make their comeback, Kevin Love is not on the court. They went back to the lineup that they start with every game. Right? This time, he hit threes. Like Duncan Robinson, who wasn't a factor in Game 1, came in and hit threes.
First of all, he hit the threes in the fourth quarter.
Duh, that's when it came back.
But
that's
sorry. Pissed me off.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's the game changer was Duncan Robinson because he comes in the game when they're down 8 and splash.
But also them starting Kevin Love changed the game too. We got a different lineup. 6 and 10 is big in the finals. For not playing, he probably didn't know he was going to play.
No, he knew he was playing when they faked Caleb. When they faked Caleb being sick because they want to make it seem like he got punished.
I thought they said he had an injury or something.
No, he was sick.
No, but Kevin.
You have someone sick on the court around the team that can possibly get everybody else sick. Stop.
Yeah.
Right. Once he was warming up. Okay, they just wanted to sub and wanted to make a reason. Oh, Caleb was sick. So
you got the altitude sickness.
Yeah. No, it didn't do nothing to what they were getting killed with at the beginning of the game. Like Aaron, he 5 for 7. He's doing his thing still. You put a bigger lineup in to do what? Stop who? Stop who? He had 44.
That's fine. But also
because Kevin Love is too slow for him.
Kevin Love still had 10 rebounds, and that also helped Bam. Because if Kevin Love don't get those 10 rebounds, they don't win that game.
What they did that nobody paid attention to is they stuck Jimmy on who? Murray.
I've been said that from the jump.
That's the difference of the game. Look, the fuck with Kevin Love. Like the narrative, they went Kevin Love. The narrative, the eye test, the basketball IQ. You took Jimmy and you put him on Murray.
The trained eye, if you will.
You put him on Murray, which neutralized his ability to do what he wanted it to do. Right? So all the switching and that's what the actual change was. You neutralized the guy who didn't look like he was going to be stopped. So then instead of having two players going off, now you just got the one.
So you don't think a guy that's played in so many finals like Kevin Love is a big factor in this series?
Not if he doesn't play when it actually counts. Oof. I mean, like a guy that I'm like, you're killing, this guy's killing, Aaron Gordon's killing, you, so I'm going to take you off the bench, right? And then he's still 5 for 7, and then I'm putting you in the fourth quarter when we're down.
It was almost like, just kidding.
Right? What is it? You're down. Like I can say if Kevin Love came in the fourth quarter, you're bringing Kevin in to start, so Gordon doesn't post up. Okay, he takes you off the dribble. Now you're on Joker, and Joker's busting your ass. Like I'm trying to figure out.
But Joker, we gotta leave Joker out of this. He's gonna bust everybody's ass.
No, he's gonna bust everyone's ass for 20-something. He gave you 44. He's giving you
41, 11.
41. He's giving you 40 because of you are too slow for him or you're not big enough for him. So yeah, you scored 6 and 10, but you're giving up a whole lot. And then I put the
They're
group.
using that narrative that's why they won.
It's a narrative, but
I'm rolling with the different. I'm rolling with the different lineup.
But he got heated too, so.
I'm rolling. Listen, I'm rolling with.
Now the Heat gonna lose, but
change your mind?
No. I mean, overall, the Heat probably will lose the series. But no, I think playing Kevin Love, a guy who's been in so many finals and experiences, they have a better chance. Just being out there.
I think what the biggest thing happened is the worst thing that could have happened to the Nuggets is the way they won that first game. You come out like.
They came out blazing.
Like you chilling after that. Like you think you done won the series. They were wide open. Miami was wide open in game 1. Go look at that game. Yeah. They just missed.
Yeah, it was players that
flat out.
13 for 39 from 3, I believe.
This next game, they were still wide open.
Yeah.
Because they weren't really guarding them. They were just kind of lazy getting there. There was a lot less effort in game 2, a lot of bullshit, and they just hit the shots. Yeah. And the sad thing for Miami is that was probably the best game I've seen them play in the whole playoffs, and they still barely won.
What I'm saying is you have Duncan Robinson who comes in, who hits shots that you didn't account for. Other than that, Miami's getting their ass whooped again.
We'll see tomorrow.
They're getting ass whooped, and what Jimmy's great at is what he did in the last 5 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. Which was he closed about 14 out of the last 17 points. Either he scored it or he assisted.
And he played great D.
Right? That was the thing. When you got to the last 5 minutes, Jimmy had 14 out of the last 17 points that he scored or created. Right? Other than that, Miami was getting their ass whooped until Duncan Robinson came in and hit those shots. Right? Yeah. Three, layup. Then they sub in Jimmy and them. 3, layup, and then they take on and move on. Right? So, Kevin Love, to me, you can go big. You can put whatever big lineup you want in. At the end of the day, fourth quarter, if he didn't play 0 minutes, then the fuck are we talking about?
Well, let's talk about playoff Jimmy a little bit. You mentioned he had to kind of shoulder the burden guarding Jamal Murray. Scoring's been down a little bit. How does playoff Jimmy go back to being a playoff Jimmy? Because at some point, if the Heat want to win this series, his production on the offensive side is going to need to increase. Or do you think it doesn't?
Denver's game plan is exactly what any coach is going to do. Right? You have one player. This one player creates the offense for everyone else. This player is unselfish. Without this player, the rest of these guys can't function. So if he decides he's going to be unaggressive to make all these passes to all these unproven guys, I don't give a shit. I'm not going to say, I'm going to now guard and do a whole game plan around Max and Gabe, and that's who I want I want them trying to score 20, 30 points.
Yeah.
Why? I want them to do that. Like if Draymond Green, if we're sitting here and we got to sit here, I'm going to play Steph one-on-one, Draymond Green score 40. If you're capable of scoring 40 for for 4 games, be my guest. But I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, I'm going to sit here and start guarding some G League players and then let Jimmy do his thing and go for 35, 40.
Yeah, you got to stop disrespecting.
Yeah. Gil, these are NBA basketball players.
Yeah, he is so
in the NBA Finals.
Listen, I'm not going to do a game plan for number 15, 14, and 13, and 12 on the team. All right, you will have to be an idiot.
These are starters in the NBA
starters.
Finals.
This is the NBA Finals. This is at the highest level. It gets no higher than this. So you better game plan for them.
What?
You got a game plan for them, for the teammates.
What's his name? When the Lakers, when we was happy that he had 14 points in the fourth quarter.
Lonnie Walker?
Yeah.
Imagine game.
Yeah, you don't know.
You know what I'm
Did
saying?
Lonnie Walker get your respect?
So I mean, because Lonnie Walker had 14 points, you gonna now game plan for him? No, I want to see if you can do it every game. That's the point of being a pro.
But they have been doing it. They have been doing it every game.
Who?
Miami. They have been.
But he's not according to him because he doesn't respect who they ran.
No, they have not been doing this every game.
So how
they get? What did Max have? 0, now 10. You're averaging 5.
That first game was a
0. That first game was 0.
It's not one. It's not one player. It's not one player on Miami that's
0. The Duncan came off 0. What did he have last game? 10. Averaging 5. Do y'all know what the average is? I don't go by. They had one good game and now I'm.
It's 5.5.
5.5, 5.5. That's what those two average. Okay, it's one game.
7 for Strus.
Yo, is Tyler Hero
7.
coming back?
Huh?
Is Tyler Hero coming back?
Yes, they said game 3.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
That was
they
alleged,
said-
but now there's been another
but-
report that he might not come back at all.
So then
Listen.
they lied in the last series.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you know, little games.
All right, let's be human beings here.
I am.
Human, right? We're humans, right?
Yeah.
Close.
Right? We've had injuries, right?
Yeah.
How can I be ready for game 3,
You ain't shot around nothing.
but I'm not ready for game 2? They're 3 days apart.
It could.
72 hours is going to do what?
You saying but what if they didn't want to just give him like some garbage minutes or something like that?
It's
He wanted to
72. What the hell happened in my hand in 72 hours?
Gil, so
This is not glue, right? I need
He
72
had- he
hours for
had-
the glue to stick and
He
be
hadn't
100
had
per minute.
contact in that he hadn't done contact in the Celtics series yet. They hadn't cleared him for contact yet until like game 7 or something like
Like
that.
6
where
or
he got
7.
cleared for actual contact, which means he hadn't even practiced with his own team. So I mean, it's possible that you could.
So I'm not ready. I'm not ready Sunday, but I'm ready Wednesday.
Yeah, it's possible.
Right.
Gil, have you ever seen
It's
Mighty
possible.
Ducks 2? Adam Banks, he came through with he could hold the stick.
I'm
with
not
the
ready.
wrist. You had to get that Adam Banks.
I'm not ready.
That's one of my favorite movies.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready Sunday, but I'm ready on Wednesday to play full contact.
Or what? No. He's been doing practice. Or let's just say this: what if he was ready on Sunday and they was like, let's hold you till Wednesday?
Playing at home might be a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, anything's possible.
Playing at home.
Yeah, because if it's like 80% healed,
Yeah.
but with me playing at home and
go.
the generation of the crowd is going to
Here we
sim
go.
down
The
and make it
magnetic,
100%.
the magnetic force.
Here we go.
Okay,
Here we go.
It's like the claw, the magnetic force of the
I got
hand.
it. Like,
I don't know. I don't know. We don't know because they lied.
if he was
They
ready
lied.
for game 3, which means he was ready for game 1. So I knew he wasn't playing game 3 because it just sounds stupid when they said it out loud.
I think if they would have lost game 2, he'll be
Could've
for
played.
sure
For
game 3.
yeah. They might be stalling it just to
Because
see.
that means it ain't ready.
Possibly, but
So you trying to make me
it's
game
not-
plan for a dude?
Yeah. But you should always just. I mean, you ain't even seen him play in a while.
I'm not worried.
If
I'm not
he
worried.
does
Come on,
play-
I'm Denver.
If he does play, he's gonna come off the bench, right? He's gonna come off the bench, play about 15 minutes. What do I care? I'm Denver. Why do I care?
Hey, man, we need to just see 3 of them things go in.
Yeah, I got to see 3 of them things go in. Which is cool.
Because based on your opinion, that's the non-Gene League player. That's a player that was actually drafted that has the potential now.
I can say, listen, he would be a threat to me as a coach if he was playing in the Boston series, coming off the bench, playing 15, 17
So you
minutes,
know he gonna
getting
be-
some.
yeah.
Now you're telling me that he's gonna come in after playing game 1
And no ceiling.
2 months ago, you come in now. I know it's Miami. I know he's going to be in shape. And then you're going to come in here in real-time basketball and think I give 2 fucks about what you're going to do. Tired, excited, which means you're going to be quick. You're going to be so antsy. Man, we're going to run all my plays at you.
Yo, you be so disrespectful.
Come on, we've been there before. Yeah. We've been there before. Listen, this ain't no come back to work and we riding. This is Grand Prix. If you ain't been
the finals.
It ain't even know about the final. You're going against guys who ain't missed nothing. You missed 2 months and then you're gonna be in rhythm.
And it's the
finals. Hand. You already know. Come on. She getting smacked.
To be fair, we said the same thing about Andrew Wiggins, and he came back. He was solid.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. But it wasn't a hand.
But who did he go? Who? Facts.
Sacramento Kings.
But who did he play? Who was he playing against?
The Kings of Sacramento.
What player? He wasn't guarding no Steph or no Clay.
Who, Harrison Barnes?
Yeah.
Yo.
Bro, I get a feel. Murray ain't giving him no feel. Murray ain't giving him the only thing you're going to feel is me trying to score you the whole time.
I will hit that hand, too.
Every episode, somebody gets slandered unintentionally.
Yeah, straight.
It was Tyrone Hill a few episodes ago.
Strays are getting...
Nobody told him to look like that.
Right. These men just minding their business. Nobody told him to look like being productive members of society.
All I'm just saying is my game plan is my game plan, right? If you're Denver, my game plan is, look, I'm sorry. They have 3 players who weren't drafted, right? I'm going to take this. Let's take Jimmy Butler off. And then tell all of those guys.
Get off.
Make my team. Who's starting?
Nobody.
There's nobody on that Miami team that's starting on.
Nah.
Only Jimmy at the 3. Jimmy's who's going against who? Michael Porter Jr.? Mm-hmm. He'll start over Michael Porter Jr. Bam ain't starting over the Joker. Kevin Love ain't starting over Gordon. The 2 ain't like this. So what am I really sitting here talking about? I'm gonna stick with Jimmy. Jimmy, if you want to pass the ball to them and try to get 20 assists, do you? But there's no way I'm gonna fall for the okie doke and think Gabe, Max, Duncan Robinson is gonna keep playing the way they're playing. If they do.
But think about this. So, I hear what you're saying, and it sounds like Denver doesn't really respect them either based on game 1 and game 2, in my opinion. But as you can see, they won game 2.
Cool.
They won. So Miami is one of those teams where you let them linger and hang around, you don't put them away, you could lose. So I'm not saying strategize or game plan, but you have to play them like real NBA players. You have to. Yes, you do.
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You can fuck around and lose. You fuck around and lose.
I don't. I have NBA players.
Yo, he is so.
I have NBA players. This is a series. If those guys, how many scored double digits? 4.
For the Heat?
If 4 played well, okay, you got game 1. Will those guys play well the next game? No. Right? I'm having guys who's not even performing right now. We're losing by 3. I have Michael Porter Jr., who averages, 18 points. He scored 5. We lose by 3. Murray didn't play well. We lost by 3.
You're right. That's but you don't want that to keep happening.
Right.
You don't want it to sneak up on you.
We'll see.
You can't.
The only way you sneak up on me is if Duncan Robinson scores 20-something a game, Max scores 20-something a game. Gabe has actually been the second best player in the playoffs, period.
He is.
Right? Do I think Bam is going to keep scoring 20? No.
He can.
He can.
No, he can't.
Yes, he can.
There's nothing in his there's nothing in his resume that's going to keep saying.
No,
he's athletic.
At the end of the day, y'all haven't realized the one big thing. Just like Golden State, the other team don't shoot free throws. They're not free throw type of Bam ain't trying. Bam don't want to get hit. Max don't want to get hit. Duncan Robinson don't want to get hit. So at some point in time, the game has to be played, right? So if one group is beating up on the other group down low, same thing what happened to Golden State Warriors, right? The free throws is going to kill you. Yeah, the refs can, sit there and start blowing the whistle on little threes and, there's a 3, shoot 3 free throw. They did that shit, right? But at the end of the day,
So,
They are a better team.
He shot 2 free throws game 1. Game 2, they shot 20, went 18 for 20, shot 90%. But the Nuggets shot 22.
Yeah, 20.
I would just let Bam play one-on-one against Joker.
Yeah.
He can get 20 easy.
Give me, but
Yeah, he can.
20 on.
Like just come down off the wing and let him go
Yeah,
and
he's
just play.
athletic.
20. He's gonna give you 20 doing what? Shooting jumpers.
Not necessarily.
Yes.
Jumpers.
I mean, if they 13, okay,
he's not
13, 15 feet, I mean, he can make that. Let's do
Anything
it.
inside there, yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm looking at consistency. That's what this game is about. 7 games is consistent. There's going to be a game that might be. There's going to be a team that might be hot 1 or 2 games. But that's why it's 7 games. It's not who's the first one to win.
Right. And
Anybody can win 1 game.
And don't confuse. I think that I call this a gentleman's sweep, but I'm saying you can't allow a team that you're better than to excel the way that they did in game 2. Like, you just can't allow it. That means
they didn't excel.
Yeah, they did. They hit all the same wide open shots they had in game 1. They hit all of them. You cannot keep leaving them open. You have to actually guard them.
Who hit shots?
All of them.
The shots Duncan Robinson hit wasn't open.
Not him.
But that's
no,
the
he
one who
did.
hit.
No, he did hit open shots. He did. And let me tell you, because I had him picked to not get 8 points, and so I was watching him like a fucking.
No, but he's coming off picking.
Okay.
I mean, he's coming off shooting behind the screen, shooting.
But it was
6 feet behind the.
But you had Gabe Vincent 4 for 6, Strus 4 for 10, Kyle Lowry was 2 for 3, Duncan Robinson was 2 for 3.
That's great.
K-Love and Butler.
That's great. That's great to me.
Miami's a good shooting
That's
team, too.
great.
They shot almost 50% from the
Thank
three-point line.
you. I don't even know the percentage.
I'm saying they shot almost 50% in game 2, like 33% game 1.
That's great.
What do you feel like you're going to see? Are you going to see more of that 50%? Because in game 1, like you mentioned, they missed a
were
lot of
still
open
open.
shots. They just tricked off a lot of
They was
open
nervous too. I
Yes.
think they was nervous. It's game
Yes.
one. It's
Tired,
game one
probably.
jitters. It's game 1.
Okay, let's just be honest here. One play. What did Duncan Robinson have?
10.
It was 2 for 3 from 3.
2 for 3 from 3, 3 from
And
5.
2 layups. Yeah.
4 for 5 from the game.
4 for 5.
Yeah.
How many minutes?
17.
17 minutes, which means the other, how many minutes?
17.
The other what? 13 minutes, he wasn't worth shit.
He didn't even play.
I know. No, what I'm saying is he didn't, the other 13 minutes, he didn't do shit. Everyone's out in the beginning, the top of that 4th quarter when he catches fire.
Right.
So he catches fire quick. He has a quick 10 quick points.
Yes.
That changed the game.
Yes.
The quick 10 point. Other than that, they're getting their ass whooped.
Killed me.
They're getting their ass whooped. It's not like
They're not getting their ass whooped. They
were down 8.
No, but the
8.
Heat. There was a point where the Heat was up 15, 18. Then the Nuggets
Then
went
was up
up
15.
Yeah, they went back and forth. But when the Nuggets had that 5-point lead and they never went for that, they lost the game right there. That's when that shift happened. They never finished the game. They never put them away.
No, as I said, they were up 8 when the subs are in. The starters aren't in. When Duncan Robinson comes in and changes the game.
Yes.
But I think Joker was still in the game at that point.
But you have to.
At the beginning of the 4th,
They've been-
Murray and them was out, but I'm saying he's coming in. The game changed in a 3-minute span.
Because you didn't game plan, because you didn't think that they would hit shots, because you were just like, whatever.
One player coming in, changing the game, your game plan has you up 8.
Your game plan has you focusing on everybody. Like nobody's a nobody in the finals. You can't think like that.
It's a run. I'm not going to sit there and focus on a guy who he played 17
I didn't
minutes.
say focus.
He hit 10 points in 3 minutes. I'm not going to game plan
Not
for a
focus.
I mean, you should. I mean, back at home, they going
No, you're going to say, when he comes in, he's going to hit shots, put your hand up. But I'm not going to change my whole defense because a guy.
Not changing. You just you advance it. You make it better. You have to. You're playing a different team.
It has to be said.
Yeah.
I'm not doing nothing different. I'm sorry. This is.
I'm telling you one thing. Miami going to come out shooting that thing at home.
Who?
All right.
When they on, they on.
All right. Because Miami's a good arena, too. It's a good arena to play in.
It is fun.
And it's bouncy.
I've probably been to more Heat games. No, Hawks. But those two arenas.
I'm worrying about
and
my-
the Hawks are
because
big.
the depth and then
I'm worrying about my own team offense. And I got to figure out how to get Michael Porter Jr. going. He had 5 points.
Well, hopefully he didn't go out in Miami.
What I'm saying, he had 5 points. We lost by 3. My guy who averages 18 had 5. My guy who's averaging 28 last series, he only had 18. So I'm worrying about my offense. I really don't give a shit what these these
We'll
G
see on the
leaguers
road. We'll see on
what
the
these
road.
G leaguers are doing. I don't really care what these G leaguers
So
are doing.
disrespectful, dog.
All right.
I don't care what
Like-
these G leaguers are doing.
All right, so let's keep this thing moving. Steve Kerr was on Draymond's podcast breaking down game 2 and had this to say.
I haven't talked to Spo or anything like that, but I can see them in their coaches meetings saying Murray's the head of the snake. Not Jokic. If you just look at it, you go, well, Jokic is the head of the snake. But when you play a team, you sort of realize, wait a second, like that guy's he's gonna dominate no matter what we do. So this is the head of the snake, and I think they just decided Murray's the guy we got to stop. So you start Love. Put Jimmy Butler on Murray, and then you saw like they were blitzing Murray quite a bit and really trying everything to take him out of the game. You mentioned.
And it worked.
Exactly.
So do you agree with Kerr's assessment that Jamal Murray is the head of the snake?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's always been.
Just put
Like,
Jimmy back on him.
That's why they never went anywhere, because the head was never
gone.
there. He was injured so many times. That's why they never flourished. Like, I hear a lot of people talking shit about Jokic and saying like, oh, he ain't done shit. Why would you put him on your like? I haven't put him in like the top 5 of this year and all stuff like. He hasn't done anything. I said, well, it's not like he was playing with somebody. Like every time it was time to go to the playoffs, it was time to get it done. Murray was injured, and that's really who he needs. Like that, Jokic is going to get his numbers.
No, that's right. That's what I said. The key to the game was when they put Jimmy on Murray. Has nothing to do with fucking Kevin Love.
Is Miami winning the game?
So do you make
Hell
that?
no.
At home?
But do you make that sacrifice for game 3, knowing you're gonna lose Jimmy's offensive production to try and shut down Jamal Murray?
What?
Do you make that sacrifice again for game?